Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Joey Sewy. My name is Jo and here we are with my What Did I Sew in September video. It's a good question. What did I sew in September? I did sew some things, although it feels a long time ago. I'm filming this on the 8th of October. And so some of what I am going to show you I was working on back in August, and August feels like a lifetime ago, but I do have some things to show you. Today I have 3.5 things to show you because I wasn't able to neatly push things into being finished in the month. Hey, it's real life, as you know. If you don't know that, it might mean that you haven't watched before or you're not a subscriber. So if that is the case for you, I would love for you to watch some more, but also subscribe to my channel. Amazingly, only about half of the people who actually watch my videos subscribe. And I would love for you to find out about my videos. If you don't like those little notifications, you can turn them off by doing the bell thing on and off. I'm sure you know how, and if not, it's very simple. Just click the bell on or off. Anyway, that is enough of gathering people in. Let me show you what I've got to show you. So thing number one, let's start where August finished, and August finished with some unfinished jeans. Actually, come to think of it, I've got 4.5 things because there was something else I finished from August. So anyway, jeans and Morgan jeans. So the first thing I will show you is my finished green Morgan jeans. You still can't see them because they're down there, so I will have to change the camera angle. There we go. So Morgan jeans. There are the jeans pockets. You won't have seen those in the last video. They have, did I put some stitching on? Do you know, I can't remember. No, I didn't put any stitching on. I've got 2 pairs of these jeans to show you, and I did put stitching on the other pair. They have a button fly, so there is your button fly. You have some buttons in there. That was one of the things I hadn't done last time. I had not put the buttons in. I showed you the inside last time, so the inside of the pockets is this blue stripe. I'm not sure, well, I don't know. This is a pink jumper. As far as I can tell, it's coming up really red on screen, but it's actually really pink. And I really love the fit of these. I'm going to go back even further so you get a proper view. Let's hope this one works. There we go. Trouser cam is go. So that is a much better view. So these are the Morgan jeans, which are supposed to be a boyfriend style of jean, which what I take that to mean is kind of they are fair, well, not loose, but not fitted. So they're not baggy jeans, but they are not super fitted jeans. They're not made for stretch denim, and that's the main thing. So this is a Closet Case Patterns pattern, and they are famous for their ginger jeans, of course. But ginger jeans are drafted for stretch denim, which is lovely. I have made the ginger jeans on many occasions, but this pattern is drafted for rigid denim or rigid fabrics, which means no stretch. So it's required a little bit of different fitting, and these green jeans in actual fact were meant to be the 12. I did always hope that they would work out well enough to wear, and I certainly think they do. They are rigid, so they don't stretch, but they're comfortable, which frankly is a minor miracle, because for me, if I ever buy ready to wear trousers, they have to have stretching. Otherwise they simply don't fit, and they are unbelievably uncomfortable, because if they fit nicely enough around my waist, there is no way that the thighs fit, because that's my differential. Narrow, wider. So yeah, I love these jeans. So as I was saying, if you would like to know more about the green Morgan jeans that I have on, then you can go to my What Did I Sew in August video, and you will find out all about the process of making those. Basically, I sewed them about 3 times and took them apart, blah blah blah. And I did that so that I could make some in denim, because these green ones were actually supposed to be the test pair. And in September, I did make them in denim. Da, da, da. There you go, finished. If you watch me, if you follow me on Instagram, you will know I've worn these to death already, and therefore you can predict that they turned out really well. I really like how they turned out. So I'm going to show you them off me before I show you them on me, because it just makes getting changed easier. So first of all, the back, as you can see, hopefully my bottom doesn't look that saggy in them. Anyway, as you can see, I chose to have the selvage edge visible in my pockets, my back pockets, and I chose to do a little squiggly line, which is not the most visible thing in the world when they're worn, but you can see them, a squiggly line in the stitching. The inside of the pockets is not really contrast like the green one. So the inside is made out of an old shirt of my husband's, and it is a blue sort of textured weave, I suppose you'd call that. An old Marks and Spencer's shirt. Anyway, so that is the pocket lining. So unlike with the green ones, and quite often I do a contrast pocket lining, but not with this pair. It also has a button fly, and I really quite like these buttons. I got these from Amazon. I'll put a link down below. The buttons I used on the green pair are different, and I can't show you those because I'm wearing them, but I'll show you them. Green pair buttons and blue pair buttons, ever so slightly bigger, the blue ones, and I think they just look a little bit more high-end. They were more expensive, so it's what you'd expect. The green ones I think I got from the Shuttle Shipley in person, and like I said, I bought these ones. They're about £6 for 12 for about 50p a button, and I have used 4, although you can only see 3 because one's still done up. I've used 4 on this. They aren't straight, can you see that? Yes, you can, but it does fit that way, so it's just the way it worked out. I fitted the button placement on my body, that's the way it worked out. I did the button loops, which I've never done when I've made ginger jeans, and I've always sort of been sorry about that because they don't look quite as jean-ish or quite as ready to wear. I don't think there's anything else to say without actually putting them on, so let me put them on. I said a little bit with the green pair of jeans that the point of the Morgan jeans pattern is to be more of a mannish style or a male influenced style, and that's definitely what these are. So they're not there to be the most feminine of fits. I think these fit as they should, but bear in mind that the Morgan jeans are not meant to be a curvaceous feminine fit. They're supposed to be this boyfriend jean idea. So here they are. I didn't make any fitting adjustments between the green pair and the blue pair, and I'm still completely happy with them. That is what the bottom fits like. Wiggle my bottom at you. And this is what the front fits like. I do have a couple of creases here that I'm not sure if it's just a wearing thing or if it's something I could fit out. I don't want to obsess too much about fit. They fit just fine. I've not worn them at all since I made them, but I have worn them at least 10 times. So you can judge me on my washing if you like, but that is what you're supposed to do with rigid denim, is wash them as little as possible because it will stretch. So it will stretch as you wear them. There you go, some stretching. One thing I have been doing with these that I've never done with jeans before is, I have to take my socks off probably, I've been wearing them rolled up. And believe me, for me, that is one drastic thing, because me and my ankles have not always had a loving relationship. I'm trying to decide that I don't care, and I haven't been wearing them barefoot because it is October and it was September when I finished them, so I've been wearing them with ankle boots. But actually I was really surprised, but I really like them rolled up to ankle length. So I've made them an appropriate length to be floor length, but I've also been using them ankle length with boots, and actually I think I prefer that. So these are my second pair of Morgan jeans. The denim is from the Shuttle Shipley, and it was about £7 a metre, I think. It was in my most recent fabric haul. I will put a link. And yeah, I love it. I wanted this mid blue colour because I already have some pretty dark denim, and I have some pretty dark denim that I was given that is rigid denim that I would love to make these in as well. So there will be more Morgan jeans in my future. I hope you don't get bored, but my lifestyle is that I can wear jeans to work, I can wear jeans everywhere, so I do when they're as comfortable as this. So yeah, Morgan jeans, absolutely love them. Possibly a new favourite pattern. As ever with closet case patterns, the instructions are excellent, and that is what really holds your hand with making them. I had made the ginger jeans multiple times before I tried the Morgan jeans, and she actually drafted, I think it's the Morgan jeans first and the ginger jeans second. That's certainly the way it felt, because I feel like the ginger jean instructions are just a little bit better than the Morgan jeans, but they're both excellent. We're talking about really, really, really good compared to really, really good. They're both good. But in terms of explanation, I felt like the ginger jeans were just a touch better. The construction order is pretty much identical. There are a few things you've got to bear in mind with rigid denim because it's going to fit quite tight, and these have already loosened up, and I could probably have been a bit braver with how tight I made them to begin with, but I couldn't keep the faith strong enough that the rigid denim was going to stretch, even though I know the theory and all of that. I was like, oh no, it's a bit too tight. So I did make them a little bit slack, and I've made this camera a little bit low. There we go, that's better. So what else have I made? I have made a top, so I will get changed into that and I will show you. This top is the Kabuki Tee from Paper Theory Patterns. I have talked about this endlessly since I started making it back in May. I think I bought the pattern, and I think I've made it 4 times now. This is the one I really wanted to make a striped version. So in my last What Did I Make video in August, or my August makes, I made the one with the people all on it, and I liked that. In fact, I really love that top, but the only thing that slightly disappointed me is that I wanted the stripes to look like this. So this fabric was gifted to me by Minerva Crafts, or minerva.com, as they are shortly to change, I think they've changed their Instagram name to it. This is how I wanted the top to look. I'm going to have to zoom down just a little bit so you can see it better. There we go. If I tuck it in, it probably looks better. Oh, look, there are my socks on the floor. So yeah, that looks better, doesn't it? A little bit. I have no mirror here, so I'm just winging it as ever. So it's got a slight bat wing, and I used exactly the same hack of the Kabuki Tee that I described in my last video. So this was basically made really quickly. I had a little bit of trouble sewing the neckline because this fabric is drapey, is stretchy, but actually doesn't spring back at all. So once you have the neckline in, it was gaping, and it was gaping because this didn't sit. So I did a sneaky little hack, which I don't know if you'll be able to see. I'm hoping you won't. No, probably not. I got some thread elastic. Let me show you. Here's the stuff. Some thread elastic. So it's not elastic thread as such. I think this is the stuff that you use for shearing, and you put it on the bobbin of your machine, although I've never used it. I think I got this from my grandma, so it's ancient, because she died 10 years ago. Anyway, I got that. I threaded it on a needle, and I've basically threaded it inside here, and then every couple of centimetres on the other side it pokes out. And yeah, you can't see it, which is great. Which all that did was gather this in a tiny bit. Hopefully it doesn't look like it's gathered at all, because it's just drawn it back in. So if this had been stretchier fabric and it had behaved like stretchier fabric, then I wouldn't have needed to do that, but I needed to do a bit of a rescue mission on the neckline once I had finished making it, because it gaped and there was really nothing. It wasn't anything to do with the insertion of it. It was the fact that there's no recovery in this fabric. This fabric was an absolute swear word to sew. It was just a complete bugger. I'm amazed with how well it's turned out. I mean, these corners are not as sharp as maybe they could be, but frankly, the fact that they look even vaguely like corners is a miracle. It was bouncy, shifty, stretchy, wanted to move everywhere. So not an easy sew. In fact, it was such a difficult sew that this top has no hem. I couldn't be bothered trying to make it hem because I thought it was going to stretch out of shape. It's not going to fray because it's a knit, and I'm totally happy with how it looks. It just rolls a little bit at the bottom and I'm fine with that. And one of the reasons why, if I'm honest, I'm fine with it is because I'm not going to keep this top. I like everything about it except the one thing that I can't change, and that's the colour. I feel like it's completely the wrong colourway for me. Somebody commented that when I showed this in the fabric haul, whichever fabric haul I shared this, someone commented, why have you chosen a fabric that totally doesn't suit you? And at the time I thought, how rude. And then I looked at it and I thought, yeah, you're right. And the double-edged sword of the Minerva.com deal is that you can have to sew with the fabrics once you've got them. You can return them actually if you don't like them. And this is the second time I've done that. I saw it and I thought, stripe, yay! The colours on the website were pretty realistic and pretty, yeah, as they should look. And I still chose it. And I didn't really realise how flat it was going to look on me. This would look lovely on blonde hair, I think. Red hair, I don't know, but I see this on someone with sort of honey blonde coloured hair and a less pale skin than me. It's just not the right colour. Or dark skin. This would look really beautiful, I think, on dark skin. So it's going to go to the charity shop. One thing I did do was I saved, there was a straight bit, and I saved it to be a scarf because I thought we're coming up to winter and I could have a matching scarf. So this is a 100% no-sew scarf, and I'm putting that in there. I didn't even count that in my makes, not that we're counting. But this is literally about 30 centimetres wide. It goes from selvage to selvage, and this fabric happens to have a nice little frilly selvage, and it's a matching scarf. What's not to like about that? So if you're in a charity shop in Cockermouth in October, you might score yourself this top. Yeah, it's a shame because I really like it, but I'll just have to sew another one. I do have a blue stripy fabric which I know will suit me, but you live and learn, and one of the things I am learning a lot is that the colour of things is so crucial, and I keep getting it wrong. At least I keep realising when I'm wrong now. I'm going to do a video this month actually about my Me Made success so far this year, or the things that have worked or haven't worked, because I've been reflecting on that. I'm always reflecting on that, and I'm always hopefully learning, and so there is going to be a video coming up about that quite soon. The half a thing I made is this. It's hard to see because it hasn't got any side seams sewn yet. It's going to be, you see, so much better colours, the pink, the pinkish red. It's going to be a blouse. It's going to be the wilder blouse, as in the wilder gown with long sleeves. Yeah, you can't see that because at the moment I've sewn the armholes, but I haven't sewn the side seams, so it's just basically fabric. Yeah, there's not really anything I can show you about that. You'll just have to wait and see, hopefully at the end of October, that I have sewn this in October. The only other thing that I finished was the blue sweatshirt that I showed you last month, so I will get that and I will show you how I finished that off. This was also a Minerva Crafts make. The fabric was from Minerva Crafts. It is affectionately known in this house as the softest fabric in the world, and it still is. And this was a, which one was this, lion or zebra? I'll have to put it down there. I think this is I Am Zebra top from I Am Patterns. And I'd made everything, but I was deciding what to do about these leather patches. And most of you said, don't do the leather patches, but I did it anyway, so there. I don't mean that. I liked them, and most people who commented didn't like them. We'll see whether in the end I decide you're right, but for now I decided that I liked how they looked. Some people said, could you do elbow patches? I could do elbow patches. I wouldn't do both, but the point of what I wanted was something on the front, and of course, unless I go around like this, elbow patches aren't going to be on the front. But that was a good idea, but it wasn't going to meet the needs that I had. So I finished the epaulettes, or the shoulder patches, and they're in leather. I'll hold it up to the camera. As you can tell, I'm not wearing it. Part of the reason I'm not wearing it is because it's not just the softest fabric in the world, it is the warmest fabric in the world. And to be honest, I actually haven't worn this yet because it's not been cold enough. It's been cold-ish, but not cold enough. It was really tough to sew with this stuff because it's so thick. I wanted to hammer in studs, although actually I hate doing that. But I couldn't. I had to sew them on by hand on the shoulder because the top opens here. Oh, that's Felix home from school, but I couldn't because it was too thick. So that was Felix getting home from school, which is my sign to stop filming. He's gone off to play next door anyway with his friend, but he'll be back any minute and he'll invade if I let him. So I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching, and I will be along soon with another video. Bye for now.